Can I help y'all? Can I help y'all? Can I help y'all? Yo. Are y'all okay? Why y'all keep why y'all looking at me? Hey, here we go. But been making a joke, the nigga pushed a bullshit ass, dumb ass website trying to keep a nigga banned. And to that I say, bullshit! Alright, so after that half-ass bow, because I'm low-key kind of tired and I'm a little hungry still, this your boy Bruce Leroy, man, once again. Follow your boy on this Twitch. I'm Bruce Leroy, BIH. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, I am Bruce Leroy. Follow me on TikTok, it's Bruce Leroy, BIH, okay? And if I didn't say it, which I did, I'm going to say it again. I'm Bruce Leroy, BIH. It's a Twitch. And I put all my, pretty much every single stream I put up on YouTube at I am Bruce Leroy, okay? So, today, you missed some football. I'm going to pull up the preseason schedule real quickly. That I'm going to fucking miss. Damn, all this shit. We got a lot to do. So we play Saturday at 6. And I'm going to miss that. Oh, I want to cry right now. Fuck. Damn, man. Fuck. I hate my life. I'm not going to watch a single fucking preseason game. Not one. I'm mad as shit. At least we got the highlights. All right, man. So today we basically gonna be catching up on football. We got the Ravens on Saturday. We are behind because I didn't stream. So I made a mistake on Tuesday. I thought I booked a session. I didn't. Did Wednesday we stream? No, because I did some bullshit. Thursday, it was such a rough period because I wanted to stream. Then again, it was I had to go to work and all this other bullshit. Ain't no more excuses. We definitely should have streamed 1 of the 2 days for sure. And the fact that we didn't. And by the way, we're not doing piano today because we don't have no time. But I'm going to tell you something before y'all get on me. Remember how I said we're going to move on and start playing our own songs? Read and weep, motherfuckers. Oh, hold on. Read them and weep. Got the right shit? Hold on. You said something out. That what you said? You said something out there. You remember that training day scene? Anyway, but yeah, so I'm not bullshitting. I got the sheets right here, so we're gonna actually start learning how to memorize these chords. The strings will slow down sooner or later because I have other shit I got going on, but we're still gonna stream. I'll tell you what. I mean, basically, at the rate that we're going in now, that's how we're gonna stream essentially. You know what I mean? So we got some things to talk about real quickly. First things first, congratulations Russell Westbrook for an amazing career. Guy was always kind of one of those guys that were misunderstood. Yeah, he'll turn the ball over a lot sometimes. Yeah, his shooting was pretty damn streaky. But you know what? One thing you love about Russell Westbrook, in his prime, he was fucking unstoppable. Athleticism through the roof. And he gave it 110% every motherfucking time he stepped on the court. And I generally don't think that he's that bad to the point where, I don't think he's bad at all. But I do think that he's definitely worthy of a roster spot. I don't know why they didn't do it, but hey, it is what it is with that. So, basically, yeah, so NFL talk, football talk, some other shit, and then that's pretty much going to be it. And then, so it's going to be like a straightforward stream today. And then we got to catch up on some Eagles interviews as well. So we're going to see what's cooking in that pot. First things first. So, again, congratulations to Russell Westbrook for an incredible career. went to the NBA Finals, I think, once or twice as the Oklahoma City Thunder. They once won, maybe at least one MVP. I know for a fact he won. Triple-double guy, 100, like, I mean, we talk about guys that you want to really build around. Russell Westbrook is one of those guys for sure. You know, at the end of the day, the turnovers will kill you sometimes. The streaky shooting will kill you sometimes. But you know what, man? I got to keep it a beam, man. Russell Westbrook, first ballot Hall of Famer. I think if you think otherwise, you just don't know shit about basketball. You just affected by recency bias. But realistically, man, I'm telling you, he nice for sure. So there's a few things I want to talk about. So first off, I want to give my opinion real quick on a Mike McDonald clip that kind of went viral. It was off of Hard Knocks. So he was talking to this player about hitting. Like, that's not Mike, that's the goddamn Spurs coach, and it was. It was weird. But yeah, so Mike McDonald went off on Derek Hall, who was, I think he gets actually get playing time for sure. So I'm just going to give my opinion on this, and then we'll just move forward from there.
Derek, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you bull rushing right now near the quarterback?
I'm not trying to hump. I can't see behind you.
You can't be trying
to hump is a major fucking pause, but nonetheless.
to hump right now. This isn't the time for it.
I'm too immature for this shit. He said, you can't be trying to hump. What the fuck? He said, man, you got grown men on the field. What are you doing? You can't be trying to hump right now. Like, you got to go home, go get a room, man. Like, what are you doing? We're practicing right now. What you doing trying to hump, man? Like, come on, man. That's SA. What the fuck are you doing? But I'm not laughing at SA. It's not funny. I'm just laughing at the stupid-ass little joke that I made. Okay, so move forward.
Damn it, Derek.
That away, good timing. That away,
Hey,
Sam.
stay away from the quarterback.
How will I read clearly pass?
Get him out. Get him out. Get him
What do you
out.
want me to do?
Get him out. Get him out. Get him out.
You sound like a bad, you know how a badass kid they be sitting up there like act like they got them like straight up insubordination, disobeying their parents to the T. And they be like doing shit. They be like, yeah, Max, don't touch that. Max, what the hell I say? But what I do? Max, don't touch that damn toy. Let's go. What I tell you? What the hell I tell you? I did touch the toy. I just left the toy. But yeah, that's it.
Damn, oh my gosh. What the
Hey, you can complain all you want. You can complain all the you want. You're too close. That's twice. It's not smart. You can all you want. But it turns out I'm running the practice. Derek.
I like it. I have no problems with it. Number one, you got to send a message to the rest of the guys because everybody else is looking too. So a coach give you a directive. Hey, take it easy because we need our quarterback for the season. So stop fucking trying to bull rush like it's a real goddamn game. And what is it, like 7-on-7s? I think it's 7-on-7s. Calm your ass down. And then he told him the first time he did it anyway, so he took him out. I think this was exemplary coaching. I think like he's gonna get mad. It is what it is, but you can't have somebody your coach tell you to do something and then you do what the fuck you want to do on the second time around. Then he subbed his ass out, so he can get mad. But I'm gonna keep it a beam. That's how you coach, straight up. That's what the players need, man. Like, it was funny as hell. I might even let y'all hear the clip. So it was a Falcon special teams on Hard Knocks, and this shit was hilarious. I already got it up. I'm gonna let y'all hear like a bits and pieces of it. That's not it, obviously. It's just on the what's
You think you're above it? Who do you think you are? The game don't mean enough to you. And that's very fucking apparent. You better wake up and get some pride in your game. come in here and go out there and play like shit. Now the shit was coached the right way. I don't want any excuses. Selfish ass. The hell is this? Look at this crap. You kidding me? It ain't okay to go around here and not know. That ain't cute. You got it? That ain't cute and it ain't acceptable. It ain't okay to not know. Really don't care. About as selfish an act as you could be. Grow the fuck up!
God damn.
Look at this!
I don't know if he's nervous or he's trying not to fucking laugh.
You kidding me? What I tell you about your feet? So what? And I told you to do what? Go back and attack the man, correct? You understand? And you wonder why I'm on your ass all the time. Because you like to do everything your way. You understand? You're going to do it my way. Got it? That's one man talking to another man. I'm not in the bathroom talking behind your back, talking about I'm a man. I'm coming to talk right in your face. And I'm telling you, do it the way I tell you to do it. You got it? That's a man. I told you to your face. What I tell you to do? I said get what? I said get what first? What I tell you to do? I said get the push first. Right? I said get 2 yards to push on the 3 count, didn't I? You do what I tell you to do, okay? You understand, Smith? You ain't good enough to be an asshole. Do you understand that? You understand that? Do what I tell you to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. You got it, Hagerman? Number 4 in the C gap. Who do you block? You got 3 and 2. Do you start on defense? No. So what are you gonna do? Sit your ass?
I ain't gonna lie, looking at these plays, I understand why he pissed. I mean, these motherfuckers is not Devontae, like good, really good running back. He not blocking, letting the guy go right by him, and yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like this crash shot is reasonable to me. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna argue. Like these plays are fucking hideous. Like I'm not gonna lie. He ain't got every right to be pissed off.
Around on the sideline and watch the goddamn game? We got enough people around here doing that shit. Ain't important to you. Malachi, I've been telling you for 2 years. Right there, the same crap. Do you start? You a superstar? How many Pro Bowls you been to? You got a gold jacket? So who are you? I'm gonna tell you, Coach Smith asked me, what do you think? All right, about Malachi Goodman. He don't want it, Coach. That's what's getting said. He don't want it. Told you, right to your face. That's bullshit. And I'm gonna tell you something both. Now, you think, oh, I'm gonna screw it up and I'll get off of everything, so guess where you gonna be tomorrow morning on punt? On the fucking show team. Get your ass in here tomorrow morning. I'm gonna put you on everything now. Both of you. You got it? You wanna be slick, huh? I got something slick for you. Call it what it is.
I like that. It's just a class. It's hilarious. Okay, why do I feel like I think we just need to just get to the let me see what else I got saved. I feel like I got something else saved, but if not, then we'll just move on to the videos that we need to catch up on. I don't think there's anything else I want to talk about. Ain't nothing really. I ain't gonna lie to you. Damn! What the fuck? I think I remember this hit too. Shit! Damn! The fuck? I'm kind of glad the game changed. Shit. I remember that damn Nebraska hit on Wyoming? Fuck. I ain't gonna lie, the game had to change, bro. Damn, niggas was whooping their ass. Alright, let me get off this motherfucking phone, bro. Get the goddamn work right now. Alright, so we're gonna watch some Eagles interviews and then we'll just kind of just go from there. Yeah, we gonna catch up on some Joey Shakes content as well. And by the way, I'm not reacting to LaShawn McCoy saying he better than Jerry Rice. I'm just not doing that. Like, you can't. You know, I'm going to keep it a bean. And I don't really say this too much. It ain't like Jerry Rice my favorite receiver. I never forget him sticking that goddamn middle finger at our fans and shit. But I'm going to tell you something. It's the honest to God truth, bro. God damn, I had what I wanted. And then that's why you got to get your motherfucking sleep. Oh my God, I had a brain fart. Yeah, there's never going to be another receiver like Jerry Rice ever in the history of this game. Ever again. Ever again. You basically say, oh, Randy Moss more talented, whatever. There will never be a wide receiver in this game as good as, not T.O. But T.O.'s great too, but I'm not talking about, like Jerry Rice, 2 decades of dominance. That will never be again. Players can barely even get motherfucking 5 years of, you know what I'm saying? So, why the fuck I keep goddamn, oh my God, my brain, I'm just losing it. Okay, let me, I ain't finna hold you. Tiger took motherfucking, what's the old dude name? He took Tory Lanez's whole fucking stilo. And the worst part about it is the nigga did this shit in AI. I'm thinking like, oh shit, Tiger can sing. Whole time the shit's AI, right? What the fuck? Now, obviously we don't know what capacity, but god damn, like, stole the nigga whole stilo and everything. I think I forgot Color Violet. I forgot what the name of that the 80s album that Tory Lanez had. I'm trying to fucking sing. Oh my God, what is wrong with me today, bro? My brain is on fucking E. Okay, let me get to this shit before I don't know what's going on with me today, man. Okay, we're gonna watch. I'm not watching Sirianni. I'm so sorry. We're gonna watch Vic Fangio's. I'm about to say Sirianni. Fucking dumbass. I'm about to watch Vic fucking Fangio and Jalen Hurts, and then we're gonna move on to some other stuff. Not other stuff. We're gonna move on to watching show. What the fuck is wrong with me today, bro? Gotta get my goddamn sleep. That's all that means. We'll move on to Joey Shakes videos that I missed out on, and then we'll kind of just go from there. Was there anything press that I wanted to... I feel like there's something that's missing that I wanted to talk about, but I don't remember what. Whatever, we'll just move forward. If I remember it, I'll remember it. If I don't, I don't. It said, Shannon Sharp stunned and tush push. So?
It's fine.
Hey, Vic, I wanted to ask you about something we haven't really talked about.
Wait a minute. There was something I wanted. It was music related. I'm trying to remember what the hell it was. Dog, I had something that I wanted to talk about, and it was music related. I'm gonna let it go. If I remember to do it, I'm just gonna just type it in so I can save it. But it was something music related I wanted to talk about, and I completely fucking forgot.
So far this summer, Jimmy Castro Fields seems like he's made a lot of plays out there. What's been your impression of him?
Yeah, he has. He's done a good job competing. He did the same thing last year in camp, too. Had some good practices, actually showed up in a game or two in the preseason. And he's kind of picked it up. You know, he's been around a while, so he knows the deal. And he's out here with a purpose and competing.
What do you think of that? You've been able to get Nick to allow you to play the starters in the preseason game. You've had the starters play in the preseason game. Unlike the offense the last few years, will that be
Are you just gonna, nigga? Like, I don't understand why. Where, like, are you a fucking hamster and a goddamn what's the name? Like, bro, just ask the fucking question. Are you gonna play your starters this preseason? That's all you gotta say. You motherfucker, you making this shit more fucking complicated than it need to be. Just ask the regular question. Are you gonna play your starters in the preseason? That's all you gotta say. That's all. I swear to God, like, you making this shit more complicated than it need to be. And they're like, yeah, so a squared plus b squared is c squared. Find the hypotenuse and then the square root divided by 5. Then add 2. Then subtract 2. But wait, we can't forget about PEMDAS. Please excuse my drunk ass dear Aunt Sally, who gets a little horny after a shot of tequila. No, it's parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, and addition. And subtraction. Been a minute. I've been in school a long ass time.
Discussed it in detail. We'll see how that goes. But you guys have been around here.
How about Mac Williams? Nick Williams looks like he's done some nice things these last couple of days. How different is he this year 2 versus last year?
Yeah, a lot different. He's just matured. I've had a way of phrasing it to him that I really can't say here. But he's done much better. And it's been more than just the last few days. It's been pretty much all camp and in the short off season.
Similar to Ty Robinson as a year 2 player, have you seen strides from him?
I've seen some. I think the last day or two have been better than the previous days. So we're hopeful that will continue.
Damn, that's not a good look. I was honestly, Ty Simpson was one of my picks to really have a breakout year. It's kind of crazy how a motherfucking 7th round pick and Moro Jomo was playing better, and the dude was he was pitching I think the 3rd or 4th round, and he was I thought he was gonna have a Milton Williams. I thought he was gonna pretty much basically take over for Moro Jomo and play a Milton Williams type role. Right now, that role is more or less played by Byron Young. I forgot what round he got drafted. He's outplaying him. Literally, it's Carter and Davis. And then Jordan Davis probably had the better year between the two, to be honest with you. Part of that was because Jalen Carter was injured throughout a lot of the season. But you have Carter, you have Davis, Moro Jomo, and then Byron Young. Those are the only guys that I know off the top of my head is actually playing well at the defensive tackle position. So Ty Robinson better get his shit together because I actually had high hopes for the guy. I ain't gonna lie.
Update on Jonathan Bernard, if he's with us or not?
No, we ain't gonna see him for another couple weeks at least.
Trot, we talked a lot about as well. I think it was a 2-minute period. He was getting some first team reps. Is there a possibility there could be piecemeal next to Zach Vaughn? Are we at that point?
Piecemeal? What do you mean?
The fuck is the nigga at KFC or he goddamn doing an NFL press conference? I'm confused as hell. What the fuck is a piecemeal? Is he gonna be right next to the fries and the biscuits with extra gravy? What the fuck are you talking about? Dude.
Yeah, I mean, Trot's had a good camp. I think I said that here recently. I wouldn't put much stock or read into who's out there with who. When it says ones versus ones, we have a list of, 20 to 25 guys that could appear out there with the one defense. So I wouldn't read into that.
Quinton had another interception yesterday. What are you seeing as far as him being around the ball game, those INTs?
Yeah, he just keeps improving. He's a.
I don't know why. It's these niggas didn't. I don't know if there wasn't a record. Because I feel like it's the same people. I can recognize their voices. I know Ruben's there from the NBC Sports, Philadelphia, and I think what's that dude's name? The one that Fletcher Cox cursed out. He's on there. I think it's John McMullen or some shit like that. I know that for a fact. It's some voices that I recognize. But they act like they wasn't around for the last press. They're asking damn near the same fucking question they asked the last time. Or not necessarily that. But the question that they're asking, it deadass was answered the last time they had practice. I don't know why they decided to make another Vic Fangio, and if they didn't have any actually thought-provoking questions or some shit where we actually get fresh material. Like, I'd say whoever asked the Ty Robinson question was good. The first question was kind of sloppy. And the question was good as far as okay, do you plan to have the starters in the preseason? But how it was executed was sloppy as shit. But other than that, I don't know why they interviewed. It don't seem like they have any questions for him.
Like we said, just a really good dude as a football player and not as a guy, and he works hard. He's not resting on any of the laurels that he's gotten in his first 2 years. He still needs his first interception, of his career.
I know.
He'll quickly remind you he's got 4 in the playoffs, but he's still a virgin in the regular season.
What have you seen from Byron Young this camp?
Good. He's another guy that I think second year here. We got him, I guess, last year at some point during camp. I can't remember when. He's doing good, getting better.
What's your view of Jalen Hurts and his new offense? Going, your defense versus Jalen Hurts. What's your view of Jalen Hurts?
Yeah, I think Jalen's having a good camp. I think he looks faster. We can't touch him during practice, and so there's always that debate whether you had him or not. And I think there's been a few times where our guys think they had him and they really didn't. I think he's moving good, and I think he's doing a nice job with the new offense. A lot's been made about him, all these coordinators he's been with, but it's basically been the same offense every year. This is different, and I think he's done a great job with it.
How can you either coach or call the game differently in year 3 with the experience you have
Hey, whoever asked the Jalen Hurts question, kudos to you. That was a good one. That other shit that y'all just, I guess maybe I just needed to get, I was a little bit rusty and shit, and you needed Mayor to whatever. I was about to say a joke, but the shit was gonna come out right.
It's always, every year is a new adventure. Some of these guys have been here for 3 years, some of them haven't. You always try and find the niche that best suits your guys, and highlighting their strengths, try and limit their weaknesses. So it's an evolution. I mean, I don't think being here the 3rd year has a whole lot to do with it.
What are you seeing from Grenard behind the scenes during this layoff?
He's been great behind the scenes. He's in the.
It's kind of a stupid ass Ruben. I think that was Ruben that asked that question. That was a dumb ass question. How does he look? How you expect him to answer if he's not really participating in football activities? You could have just asked the Grenard. Asking about Grenard itself is not necessarily bad. It's what you asked. If he's very limited, probably nothing when it comes to football activities. The way you frame that question is actually kind of dumb as fuck. A better way to frame that question would be okay, so what's the progress on Grenard throughout this trial? I know he's not involved because obviously the injury, so his involvement is limited. But how has he progressed throughout camp, not being directly involved in football or something of that nature? A better way to frame that shit than what you just did. You know what I'm saying?
Practice. He's into the meetings. He's doing everything he can to stay up and be prepared as much as you can without doing anything physically. So he's been great that way. But I mean, when he does come back, whenever that is, the thing you miss by not partaking in training camp, which he probably won't, you got to get callous to playing football, NFL football, the banging, the running, the change of direction, the fatigue of it. And, he's going to lose that. If you guys would remember back before the 11 CBA, there'd be a lot of holdouts, with first round, second round, and a lot of guys would sign the week of the first game. And there was a real correlation to those guys getting hurt because they weren't callous to playing football. So that's going to be something we have to be conscious of with him when he does get back.
Overall, I want to ask you a question about possible trends across the league. It seemed last year there was a spike in the number of teams.
This is what I'm fucking tired of them doing every time they ask a question. I don't know if they're scared of Vic Fangio, but instead of them directly asking a question, they'll like give unnecessary ass context to what they're about to say. They'll be like, so let's just say the question is, okay, what's the progress on Jonathan Grenard? I'm just throwing that out there just for fuck's sake in case of point, right? Let's just say, I'm saying, okay, what's the progress on Jonathan Grenard? This how to ask the fucking question. Yeah, so I'm curious to know the progress about Jonathan Grenard because I know that last year he was a Minnesota Viking and this year he's a Philadelphia Eagle. So it must be very different seeing him in midnight green instead of purple, yellow, and white. And so I'm curious as to know your take because I know he recently just got injured. I think he was like, I don't want to make up an injury because I don't want to wish bad on the guy. So I'll just say I don't remember what the injury was, but a pectoral injury, right? But like, yeah, so I know he got a pectoral injury. As I believe it was his left chest. It looked like it was his right chest because I think he was rubbing on it a lot, but it might have just been some lotion. I'm not sure, but you care to comment on it because I remember the last time I didn't get a chance to ask my question because people were talking over me. Like, these motherfuckers will add so much unnecessary ass context, and I don't know if they're scared of pissing off Vic Fangio to the point where he's not going to answer their question, but they need to just ask the fucking question, act like grown-ass men, and stop being scared of another grown-ass man who literally sitting there taking your question. If he don't answer your question, he doesn't answer your question, but just ask the fucking question anyway. Stop beating around the goddamn bush just over and over again. It's like, I swear to God, like, sometimes I'd rather watch a fucking hamster running a wheel over and over again for 30 minutes straight than to watch these niggas ask questions. Like, just ask the fucking question. All the unnecessary details. It reminds me of that goddamn Blue Streak scene and shit. When, what's Owen Wilson brother? Luke Wilson? He was like, yeah, 5'2". He said, and then Martin was like, he said, are you a hairdresser or a detective, man? That scene right here reminds me of how the motherfucking Eagles press ask questions.
Having plays go up against the play clock.
You see what the fuck I mean? He's like, oh, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't know that it's been a spike. It may have been, but I think it's more particular to certain teams than a league trend. But yeah, I mean, offenses are, a lot of the offenses try and get into the perfect play based upon information they perceive at the line of scrimmage, and that could run the clock down.
Where are you on the safety battle right now? Are you getting any closer to figuring out who's going to be in this round?
Yeah, I think it's a good competition.
That's a good, I'm going to let him go, but that's a good fucking question. That was a good one.
I think between Marcus and Mike, Mike's had a very good camp, as has Marcus, and I'd say that's a real good competition right now.
Now that you've seen Reek in pads, he was so good in the spring, the athleticism. Have you seen that translate with the pads on?
Yeah, at times he can get a little I don't want lazy or sloppy with his technique and have a bad down or two, but he's still showing everything that I think he can do. He's just got to get in such great shape and callous to football that those don't happen.
As you evaluate quarters, what value do you place in ball skills?
It's part of the equation for sure. But I like PBUs too. Or blanket coverage, they got to look somewhere else.
Overall, that's all.
Overall, we talked about some more. How do you feel about the quarterback depth and how it's shaking out behind the top three guys?
It's evolving. We had John Jones there, and he's going to miss some time here. He got an issue physically.
The hell? Everybody could get injured.
Max coming on, JB's in there. I'm going to miss a guy's name or two. But, yeah, it's a spot that we hope can clear itself open to where, if we need another corner, that we don't have to put Cooper back out there.
Thanks, Rick.
I wonder what's going on with Eli Ricks if he's still on the team or another squad. Cause Josh Jobe, he went on Seattle, he flourished. So it's gonna be very interesting.
What if I guaranteed you 1 million views or you didn't pay anything? That's not a pitch. That's literally our offer. Here's why we can make it work. Our average client gets 15.5 million organic.
Your average is not. It's so, like this stat is so fucking stupid, bro. All right, let me get back to doing this shit. Why goddamn Jalen Hurts like one of them old ass seafoods or like one of them low budget ass karate films in the 80s and shit? Nigga like he about to talk dub with motherfucking subtitles on the bottom and shit and like the fucked up ass font. Come to my dodo ever again. Stay your ass out that. And it's like the words is what it is, but his mouth is saying some entirely different shit because it's a different language, so they dumped this shit. But I fuck with you, Jill. I had to throw a couple jokes in there. I'm sorry.
John, I have to ask you about the concept of pressure. We've seen in the past when the stakes have been at their highest that you have had some of the best games of your career, or when you had your first NFL start.
You see what the fuck I mean? You see what the fuck I mean? Instead of just answering the question straight up, they gotta fucking provide a whole fucking backstory, a main idea, a fucking claim evidence warrant as background story to their question instead of just asking the shit straight up. They're so annoying.
Best games. Do you feel like that is a fair narrative? And if so, why do you think that has been the case over your career?
I think about the work. Think about the work when I think of any concept of the game. Just making sure you're going out there and you're as prepared as you can be. You take pride in wanting to show up, putting the work towards, the daily deposits and the daily efforts, so you can.
I think I'm here talking like Wells Fargo.
Do what is needed to ultimately win, and so. Just focus on the work right now. I appreciate the bigger picture question. It's hard to think about any other thing than just improving every day. That pressure that you're talking about, that opportunity, those opportunities that I relish in, they start right now in these moments. And so just the pride and the hunger and the thirst that I have to improve in this moment right now. Every day I step out on the field, every time I put the number one on, and every time I lace up my cleats, just trying to learn and improve and be the best that I can be.
Jalen, Vic said earlier today that he thought you looked faster in this offense. Is there anything you did in the offseason to maybe try to get faster or lose some weight, anything like that?
No, nothing specifically, just went on my regimen as normal.
Do you feel faster?
No, I feel good. I've always felt good. I don't feel any different than I felt in the past.
Hey, Jalen, you've been through a lot of joint practices over the years. I probably won't talk to you before New England. What do you get out of those kind of workouts?
Great competition, new competition. That'll be a really good team. They had a great run last year, so it'll be good for us to go out there and compete against them. I just think carrying on the same things that we've been able to do to this point, continue to exercise what we've learned, continue to improve, continue to coach and detail things out, get that alignment that we've been talking about all camp.
You always want Devontae out there, and I'm sure Mekhi as well, but those extra reps you've been able to get with guys like Elijah Moore, Darius Cooper, how valuable are they in you developing different chemistry?
Words can't describe how valuable they are. I've had to put an onus on the time that we spend in the summertime, and that's always been a very important thing to me. So the time that we've been able to take advantage of in that time and carry that on to where we are now. And, the game happens, right? Injuries happen. And so in all, it's about how you respond, who steps up, and who's able to fill that void. And so I've been excited with the time that I've had with all of my teammates just to be able to build and grow. It's a long season. It's a long year. and you want to be able to have equity in everything, build trust in everyone, so you can go out there and play fast.
Talking about the new offense, a lot of the offensive linemen talked about being the aggressor again. There's less, in their words, playing chess at the line. When you get up to the line in the passing game, how has that changed for you? Is it quicker? Is it more condensed? How would you describe that?
I would just describe it as what I've described it in the past. I think, philosophically things are a little different. The approach is different, but our O-linemen they've had the same coach for a very long time, so I think that's always been to their benefit because they know what they're getting. I think in all as an offense, it's just about learning, immersing ourselves into the new perspective, the new coaching, and then, getting the reps and being able to build off those things.
Jalen, now you guys have had the pads on for the last several days, are you able to get a sense of like how Saquon and Tank especially have kind of looked in the run game so far?
I think they've been running very physical. Obviously two very physical runners, dynamic runners. Doesn't do justice when it's just a tag off or a thump. But everybody's just been chipping away. So I think those two have had really good camps.
Another week almost down. What has impressed you about Sean Mannion in this setting? Training camp?
Just taking it a day at a time. I can go on and on about the things that I've already said about him. We just want to continue to build.
Lane shared with us the other day his news that this is likely going to be his last season. What has he meant to you and to the team throughout your career?
Yeah, Lane's a special player. He's had a very special career, and to get to know him and to for him to immerse himself into my career and me developing ever since I walked into Philly, working out together, the times we spent together, I take pride in those things. And so, I want to make sure it's a special year for him. I know it takes great courage to say this is the last dance going into it. And so, I hope he gets everything that he desires out of this year.
How good can Darius Cooper be?
I think he's pretty good already, and I think he's going to continue to grow. I can make you a promise and say that he's going to be XYZ. I just think he's going to continue to develop into the player he's shown he is, and he has very strong hands.
I'm not going to lie to you. One thing that concerned me about, Hannah DBD. What's going on? How you doing? I'm doing all right. About yourself? So here's the thing. So kind of just adding to what he said, I'm a little concerned that Hollywood Brown is quiet. Hollywood Brown's supposed to be a vet in this goddamn game. There's no reason why Wicks is making more noise than him. And goddamn, who else? Darius Cooper. Them two is making way more noise. I ain't even heard shit about Hollywood Brown. So that's a little alarming to me. Because if I'm not mistaken, they're probably going to have him play the 3 spot. And I don't want a situation where Darius Cooper gets cut because I think he worked his ass off last year. And he, from what I've heard, he's building upon that. Got a lot of talent. I don't want to see him play for another team and flourish like how Josh Jobe did in Seattle. And by the way, I literally just forgot this point. I wonder if Eli Ricks goes to another team if he isn't. Let me see something real quick, just out of curiosity. Let's see Eli Ricks. Eli. Oh, now you motherfucker just froze? What the hell? All right, hold on. Let me go to Eli Ricks. See where he's at, man. He still playing for Philadelphia? Oh, he played for LSU? I thought he was from Alabama. They're confusing the fuck out of me. Is he still in Philadelphia? What happened to Eli Ricks? What the fuck is he in? Okay, he's still in Philly. it's gonna be interesting to see because I'm not gonna lie to you. He should have already been starting, or got significant playing time. I think it's a wrap for him. He gonna have to go somewhere else like Josh Jobe did, and see what happens. Cause he been on a goddamn team too long to not be doing shit, and he kind of like. I thought he was going to be really here. I actually thought he was better than Josh Jobe in the beginning based on what I've seen out of the camps, the news out of the camps and the preseason. But he just never, like Josh Jobe went to Seattle, different scheme, and he flourished being a more physical man-to-man corner. He's a starting corner in Seattle. Eli Ricks is kind of like not really improved as much as I thought he was going to be. So I'm a little disappointed.
He's always been really good at the deep ball from his time back in small college Texas ball. And he's got a hunger and he's got a diligence about himself, and I think that those are great competitive qualities, competitive traits that you can have.
To gain your trust, how's it going?
About who? Specifically Derek Coop? Well, he's a studious guy. He's always paying attention. He was all ears last year. He watched things, he learned. He built his way of doing it, his routine, and I think he's been able to get healthy and he's been able to have a great camp. He's a physical player, has some great instinct with the football, and then has a really big catch radius and uses the catch radius, gets dirty. So I just think I'm excited to see him continue to grow and grow with him.
You've talked about, obviously, being more concerned about what happens on a daily basis, but you turned 28 recently. Do you step back and ever have any reflections about how far you've come in the last year and at this stage of your life?
No, not yet. When I do, you can, start thinking about this clock a little different, but not there yet.
Jalen, whenever guys are injured, we always hear about mental reps. From Kai's standpoint, what have you kind of seen from him in that regard behind the scenes?
I can barely hear you guys. I'm sorry. What'd you say?
Kai Lemon.
Yeah.
Whenever we hear about a guy who's in the
Jalen Hurts saved the fucking people's ears. Thank you, Jalen, because I could barely hear what the fuck he was saying either. It's supposed to be already pre-recorded. Jalen's the man. That's the guy, my quarterback.
the mental reps are always brought up. What have you seen from him in that regard in the meeting rooms and film rooms and those kind of sessions that we don't see every day in practice?
Yeah, I think he's been very intentional with that. I think he's all ears. You've got to be diligent. I think as a coach and as a teammate, whoever's watching something and get to know someone. And I think for him, he's a very, very intentional, very quiet, mild-mannered, hard worker, hungry, has a great heart. And so I think especially for a rookie receiver like him coming in, I think it's valuable to tell them the things that they may not know. The things that they may not know about the game, about how to prepare, take care of yourself, and do those things. I had those things when I came in as a young player, so being able to pass that along to Mekhi, I think has been, I think very good, and I think it'll be good for our team in hindsight. But the way he's been engaging himself and doing the things that Smitty's doing and being right there in the huddle. You may not be getting these reps, but am I in the huddle? Am I feeling it? Am I getting that same vibe and that same energy as if I am playing and I do have my suits on, my pads on? So I just think it's all in the preparation. Coach Riley's always said nothing but great things about Mekhi and how he prepares and how intense he is in the walkthroughs. And so I've seen the same thing here. Obviously excited with him. I think with the time that we've had, he's got great hands, physical runner. So hopefully we can get that ball rolling here soon, get everybody healthy, and see who all we have. But regardless, I'm excited with where we are. I think the guys that have stepped in have stepped up and done a really good job.
Thanks,
Thank you.
All right, so we're going to watch yours. Real quick, I'm trying to make this a 5-minute commentary because I know myself. I'm going to extend this shit to like 10, 15, 20 minutes. Okay? I want to make this very, very clear about what it is about. Because I told y'all what's been going on with me recently. I told y'all about the mental hurdles that I had to overcome to be basically doing what the fuck I'm still doing today. And all about the pressure of like that I put on myself, the expectations that I put on myself, and then me not reaching it, doing this shit for 6, 7 years. You know what I'm saying? I say all that to say this. Do not expect niggas to see your vision, bro. And I genuinely mean that from the bottom of my heart. Do not expect anybody to see what the fuck you see about yourself. Nobody's in control of outputs. Okay? But you can control your input. And if you really want to do something with your life, there's no half-stepping that shit. You got to really, especially with the music, especially now more than ever, because in order for you to even get a record deal, nigga, you got to already have your independence popping. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, bro, whatever you looking to do in your life, whether it's just the streaming shit, whether it's music, whatever it may, it don't have to be that. It's just anything in life. You are responsible. You have to hold yourself accountable for giving every ounce of fucking effort that you can to make your dream or your aspirations, your goals, more than just a figment of your imagination. And do not walk around with expectations like niggas gonna care, because they don't. Especially when you ain't make a living yet, niggas don't give a fuck. Don't expect motherfuckers to see your potential. No. The only time motherfuckers really gonna look at you if you actually made the moves and are moving upward and you're making progress. Other than that, don't expect nobody to be really supporting you like that. Even your parents. Sometimes you may look and be like, you know what? I love you, but you ain't really done nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's always gonna be that doubt. You can't let none of that shit deter you. I done been through the worst, nigga. I done had people tell me I was garbage, humiliated me, disrespected me to my face, and not just to my face specifically, but like just disrespectful. Not just also like constructive critique and shit, like, which I'm cool with that. I've never had a problem with that. I'm a student of the game, still am to this day. But these motherfuckers will go out their way to just goddamn try to act like I was the worst fucking thing ever. Like niggas try to treat me like I was a fucking banana peel on top of a trash can. You know what I'm saying? So I know how I feel. So no matter what, just making this last sentence, man, whatever you're looking to do in your life, man, you can't control the outputs, but you damn sure can control your input. And you got to really ask yourself every day that you're trying to approach this goal, if you've done everything that you could, are you doing everything that you can to make the dream a reality? If you're kind of half-stepping, you're working sometimes, and you're working 3 days out the week, you're working really hard, then the next 2 you just fall off, and then maybe you'll get back on one day, then the next day your work ethic slip. So if that's you, you need to clean that shit up. You know what I'm saying? So I say that with love, man, but don't let nobody, niggas don't most never see your vision. Last sentence. Niggas will never run a race with you. But they'll be there to shake your hand when you get that medal and you cross that finish line. They'll be waiting at the finish line. But niggas will never run that race with you. They don't even want to be a part of it. So just, everybody lock the fuck in. And that's a message for me too. Anyway, moving forward. Joey shakes, and then I might look at something else that they get. I might just call it a day. Because we kind of, it's been a really slow... I'm gonna watch 2 Joey Shakes videos, and you probably gonna call it quits, because I don't really know what to do moving forward.
Before we start this piece of content, this video is sponsored by Prize Picks. He's that standout, and it's almost as if like you gotta promise this kid playing time if this keeps up, and we gotta talk about it. This is the 10th day of Eagles training camp. Let's get straight into it all.
What's the boogeyman? As a matter of fact, it was.
What if Cooper's the next CEO? That's kind of crazy.
Yo, what is going on, guys? I hope we're having a fantastic day today. So this is the 10th day of Eagles training camp. I hope everyone's doing well. The first thing I kind of want to go over right now is the roster moves the Eagles made the other day. And it looks like the Eagles did sign defensive tackle David Blay, running back Jaquindon Jackson, and outside linebacker Teron Jackson. He was a 6th-round pick for the Eagles a few years back. Went to a couple teams and had some injuries. And it looks like the Eagles are placing running back Elijah Mitchell on the injured reserve, and they are waiving rookie guard Jaden Roberts, and unfortunately the undrafted free agent tight end Daquan Wright, which I was actually really excited about. I guess he wasn't doing much of anything. Now for the injury report for the Eagles. Okay, Danny Gray out with a concussion. Okay, Keyshawn James Newby still out with an ankle. Okay, Jonathan Jones, the veteran corner. Okay, he's out with a shoulder. Looks like Ringo did take his place on third-team defense as the outside corner. Mekhi Lemon missing another day. The running back and Damian Pierce, hamstring injury. Devontae Smith, hamstring. Johnny Wilson with the knee. No. Johnny Wilson cannot miss time.
Yeah, Johnny Wilson going to get cut. Because you think about it like this. Hollywood Brown, maybe on his team, maybe. Cooper playing his ass off. Playing better than, I hear more about him than Hollywood Brown. That's not a good sign for Hollywood Brown. So he's making a roster. Wicks obviously making a roster. Mekhi Lemon, Devontae, those are obvious, right? Ain't much room, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. If Johnny Wilson don't get his shit together, I know part of it's not his fault because of injuries. You can't really do nothing about it too much. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Johnny Wilson better get his shit together because he gonna get cut.
This is his only problem right now is being available, and hopefully he doesn't miss much time from this because
he goddamn had a season-ending injury for a whole year, so he back to getting injured. He hasn't been in football shape for a minute. Yeah, he might be the odd man out. No disrespect. You know what I mean?
Done for him this year of being an Eagle. And you have Cole Wisniewski, the rookie, still out with a hamstring. He's missed like 5 days already, but limited. You have Campbell with a groin, and you have Britton Covey.
Like, the little bit I see Johnny Wilson on the field, he gets better and better. I'm trying to say, oh, shit, you going to prove not Johnny Wilson. Johnny Wilson going to prove Steve Smith wrong, but he can't even stay fucking healthy to be able to do that. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't know, man.
With the hamstring. All right, so let's talk about Darius Cooper. He's been the best player, guys. I mean, between some of the dig routes, the crossers. I mean, there was like 3 to 5 catches from Darius Cooper.
Joey, man. I've had my situations before, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful because I have a lot of respect for the guy. I mean, my favorite Eagles content creator, but, bro. Got that hole in your shirt, man. I ain't gonna lie, it's a little distracting, bro. Just a little distracting. But nah, I ain't gonna lie to you. I done motherfucking film shit. When I used to film on my DSLR camera, I used to film this headband upside down, my Nike headband upside down. I done motherfucking film with motherfucking snowflakes all on my motherfucking hoodie, and I did a really good take. And then I had to basically scrap that motherfucker because it was embarrassing. My shit like a fucking Pac-Man board on God. Like, right before they motherfucking get started, my shit was looking like that. The bitch was looking like somebody broke a motherfucking, like I got into a fucking fight at a Bath and Body Works or a motherfucking Macy's, and somebody hit in the wintertime around December, on Black Friday, whatever. Somebody hit a snow globe with my shit, and it was all over. So I didn't have my bad moments before, too, on camera. So I walked in and had some chapped ass, some goddamn, my shit was looking like the fucking Grand Canyon with all the glaciers poking out my mouth and shit. My lips was dry as hell. It is distracting, I ain't gonna lie. It's all good, though, man. We human, you know. It is what it is. It's all love, you know what I'm saying?
Today. One from Jalen Hurts. Deep pass on the sideline, okay? Keeping his feet inbounds, passing Reek Woolen, beating him, getting separation, and passing safety Michael Carter as well for a big-time catch. Year 2 of Darius Cooper is probably the most exciting thing we've seen so far. Mekhi Lemon can't come back from this fucking hamstring injury. Devontae Smith, I'm not really worried about too much. Elijah Moore has had his catches here or there, but Darius Cooper has been a complete annihilator. His explosiveness off the line, his separation, and his hands are just getting better by the day. How can you
can't
not
cut this
put
guy,
this
though.
guy on the field this season if this still stands the way it is? And the issue I'm having right now is, what if Mekhi Lemon is still out? Like, what if they sit him, like, throughout the entire preseason? Like, what if they sit him out the next few weeks? Like, then you're going to put him on the field. It's almost like you have to put him on the field, but it just sucks because I think Darius Cooper has really earned, and I'm saying this right now, I mean, we'll see how the rest of camp goes for Darius Cooper, especially for joint practice and preseason, because if he keeps this up the way it is, I mean, you got to play him. The chemistry between quarterback and receiver is amazing. I think it's building really
That first
good
throw was not
with
good.
Darius Cooper. I think it's building really well with Dontavian Wicks as well, and he's having a good camp too. I know Jalen Hurts tried to throw
Good job.
Hollywood Brown that was on a slant. It was intercepted by Quinyon Mitchell. Quinyon Mitchell, by the way, had an amazing day today. And I know that on a 4th and 3 play, I think Hurts had a touchdown with Hollywood Brown.
Grabbing
today.
him is still, they look at the concentration.
I think it will get better over time. I don't think this is one of those fluky players just making plays and then he does nothing in the regular season. Like, I think this is pretty fucking legit. He's not facing the number 3 defense, okay? He's facing the starting defense. He's beating starting corners. And look how many reps that even Darius Cooper had against Quinyon Mitchell the last few days as well. And iron sharpens iron. That's just going to make him a better player. I mean, you can't get any better than that. Reek Wold had some things to say about Darius Cooper as well. Say, Coop is a great receiver, man. Every rep that I've gone against, there's no shortage of hard work. He's always goes 100%. And wherever you go against him, you know you're going to get a great look. Oh, I'm so excited. Darius Cooper is just shining right now. I'm so happy about it. Now, one player I didn't expect to have a good camp because I figured it was mostly a Jeff Stoutland project that would have just withered away and he probably would have left the team, and that's Willie Lampkin. That's playing mostly center right now, and it seems like maybe he might be legit to take that backup center spot. The bad news is he left practice. I don't hopefully think it's not serious. We know we had Brett Toth last year. We know that Drew Kendall is going.
Thank God Brett Toth off this motherfucking team on, bro.
To be playing more guard and center, but I think they want to make Drew Kendall into a guard as of right now. But Willie Lampkin, though, God forbid with Jurgen's health, since he's missing a couple practices already, and we don't know how his health is going to be this year.
All right, you got to start fighting after that.
They might have an opportunity to put him on the field, God forbid, and a legit backup that is getting the work at the position. And this Jeff Stoutland type signing probably won't go to waste, and that's a really good thing. So I'm definitely rooting for that kid. This video is sponsored by Prize Picks, the #1 sports picks app. You can win cash for all watching your favorite games. The app is really easy to use. All you have to do is pick more or less odd. Peace out.
If you want to understand how things work, especially these days, this game is for you. You're not just playing, you're actually learning.
Talk about Michael Carter because he showed some physicality against Eli Stowers today. Stowers could not handle it. That was a nice pass breakup by Michael Carter. A standout at camp. I mean, there's a difference when you get traded mid-season from the Jets to the Eagles, and then you kind of have to find your way into this roster to see where you fit, and it's hard to be used a lot, you know, now because Michael Carter's at this starting point with the Eagles in an off-season program, they can slowly get him in there. And Fangio is putting him everywhere. Safety, dime package, inside corner. He's playing everywhere. So instead of Cooper DeJean, they actually might have their second Swiss Army knife type player in Michael Carter, which is awesome. Now, linebacker has been really interesting because the second team has been Jahad Campbell. Now, I don't know why, and it seems like Zach Bond is starting as your middle linebacker, and Trotter has been playing middle and outside at camp. Like, Trotter Jr. is actually on first-team defense, which is kind of amazing. I know the Eagles like Trotter a lot. I think they're just easing him into a lot more when it comes to putting a lot more on his plate in case he definitely has to go in. God forbid there's an injury or something like that. I know if Campbell wasn't here, I know Trotter could start day one right now. Like, I think he is ready. He flashes every time he's on the...
Over... I don't know if he better than him. You reaching a little bit.
I think one of the biggest problems he had as a rookie was He would make plays in the backfield. He just couldn't finish the play. He couldn't wrap up in the backfield. And I think that's one of the biggest problems. But when you look at it, it's almost like Trotter Jr. is getting prepared for the 27 season. God forbid he's a backup this year because of injuries. But 27, you're starting linebackers. After Zach Bond leaves Philadelphia, it could be Campbell and Trotter Jr. And that's a really cool thing. Then we heard from Jake Elliott for the first time. Okay. And I don't think there was a question of, did he still have love for football? Like, what was the issue last year? And we all know in 2025 there was issues all over the place from top to bottom.
24 too.
And Jake did say that we played in a lot of really windy games last year, so it was a tough year condition wise. I think the more I could put myself in those situations and try to counter that, the better I'll perform. Sounds more.
I don't want to hear that shit. That sound like a load of bullshit ass excuses. Matter of fact, take that motherfucking Nike. Matter of fact, in the words of Nike, they could just do it. Just kick that motherfucking ball. You got one goddamn job. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. You got one goddamn job, Jake. I don't want to hear that shit. You sound like free agency is pending, nigga.
Or like an excuse. I honestly wish I saved the graphic that I can't find of Jake Elliott's kicks from certain yardage versus the entire league, and his kicking percentage was probably the top 3 lowest, and it was that bad. Do I think he should have competition in the offseason? Yes. Will I give him another chance this season to kind of redeem himself because everyone pretty much had a shitty year last year? Yes. And hopefully we get to see a better version of Jake Elliott 2026 for this season. But other than that, it's the 10th day of Eagles training camp. Derek.
All right, we're going to do the next one, then we'll just kind of move forward. Feel like slapping a nigga today. You don't slap this time of
What are you doing? Wait, wow.
These glasses adjust to your vision automatically. No complicated setup. And that's not even the best part. Step into this.
Before we start this piece of content, this video is sponsored by Prize Picks. All right, so the Eagles have a preseason game on Saturday. We have the 11th day of Eagles training camp. A lot to discuss today. Some other unsung heroes are starting to rise as well. We have a lot to discuss, so let's get straight into it all.
What's the boogeyman? As a matter of fact, it was.
All right, so let's get into Vic Fangio's press conference because I thought this was really interesting since we have a preseason game this week. We're really talking about, our starters playing in the preseason game. Okay, now Vic Fangio said that they haven't gotten into detail on it, which pretty much tells us that it's not happening right now. But offensively, no. I'd be shocked if they actually put their starters in for a preseason game. Do I think it's the biggest mistake? Yes. Defensively, will Vic Fangio put in his starters? I would say certain guys have to play, but I would have to say most of the veterans or the guys that have been here the last few years are probably not going to. I think this will be mostly for depth guys or guys competing for roster spots that are really on the outside looking in or on the inside trying to get a better roster spot. We'll see what happens with it. I think there's going to be a lot to look at when it comes to this defense as well, as much as we could say, maybe they really don't have to get into these preseason games whatsoever. As for me, I think a series would do you justice. At least, look, if they just did the first preseason game for one series, I really wouldn't even be mad at it, especially for the defensive side of the ball. One series for one preseason game, and I think we're kind of done the rest of the time. I think we're good with that. Vic Fangio was also asked about Jalen Hurts and how he looked in the offense, and pretty much said that he looked really fast. And look, we all know that Jalen Hurts looks a lot leaner, a lot quicker. We know that Sean Mannion is using his legs a lot more, not wasting any little shred of what Jalen Hurts could do. They are maximizing everything that this quarterback can do and everybody else that's in this offense. So I completely agree with Vic Fangio and just he was just proud of how Jalen Hurts looked in learning a new offense pretty much. Now, we did hear news from Vic Fangio about Jonathan Grenard, and it looks like after the strained pec injury that Grenard has, which isn't serious, but it's going to take some weeks, it looks like he's going to be missing the rest of training camp, which really sucks. But at the same time, he is a veteran, and like I said, it's going to take probably a couple to a few weeks for Grenard to kind of get back to his normal self. I mean, you miss all these practices, you're rehabbing, you might be in the classrooms, you might be, looking in on practice and kind of learning from a mental standpoint, but mentally, it's just not going to be enough. He's got to be on the field. He needs to start playing. So the worst case scenario is that at least Grenard will go in at a couple practices, at least maybe a week or maybe 2 weeks of practice before the Eagles start their season, a week and a half or something like that. So that's what I'm praying on. We know that Grenard is a big impact for this edge rushing group when you sign him to a big deal at $25 million. It sucks that we haven't had Grenard through this entire process, but, with some of these injuries that we're having right now, between wide receiver and edge rusher, guys are getting more opportunities and, getting more reps. So it's making a lot of these other guys a lot better. Now, I don't think Fangio talked about this, but it's in relation to Vic Fangio because defensive tackle Jalen Carter says he lost 10 pounds. Apparently, Vic Fangio set a weight for him to lose in the offseason, and he hit the goal weight, which is good. So he's cutting down on the big boy meals, and he's kind of shredding down a little bit. So I guess Fangio wanted him at a specific weight. He hit it. They celebrated. And, Carter has been phenomenal. Even after getting this big extension that he got, it's just going to continue and he's going to get better. Now, we did hear from Saquon Barkley at just how this offense is going to unlock parts of Saquon Barkley's game that he never really unlocked before. And because your offensive line doesn't have to quarterback it too much and guards are really helping out tackles and they're really blocking to one side, these outside zone runs, especially at a fast pace, are going to be really interesting. Saquon leaned the fuck down this offseason. He looks a lot lighter for this offense, so I wonder if they kind of set him up on maybe to lose some weight or to get lighter on his feet. We'll see what happens, but Saquon Barkley pretty much saying that I have a chance to be really good in this system too. I feel like it's going to open up some things I may not been able to show in my career. So very exciting to really see what this offense could really truly unlock with Saquon Barkley. This video is sponsored by Prize Picks, the #1 sports picks app. You can win cash for watching your favorite games. The app is really easy to use. All you have to do is pick more or less on player stats. Or Darius Cooper, because we're talking about special teams, okay? Darius Cooper was on kick return, which is really interesting. On top of...
They're trying to find a way to keep him on the roster because there's so many receivers that he might be on the outs. That's smart.
Makai Lemon, that's her, that was watching in. Damian Pierce, that was there as well watching in. Darius Cooper on kick returns is very interesting, and want to see what these special teams are going to look like by maybe Saturday. We'll see the boast. Now, we did have a couple of injury scares today. I know Landon Dickerson limped off the field at some point, and then he was perfectly fine. I know that Quinyon Mitchell was doing 1v1s with Hollywood Brown, and he kind of landed the wrong way, so they kept him out during the more of the big team periods later in practice, which is fine. There's nothing wrong. This is just the Eagles not rushing to put a guy back on the field and just rest him for the rest of the day. So Quinyon Mitchell is fine. Nothing wrong there. Now in 11 on 11s, the biggest play of the day was from wide receiver Elijah Moore from Jalen Hurts. Okay, play action pass, under center, deep pass to Elijah Moore, caught it, beautiful catch, punted the ball in celebration to the other side of the field, and another wide receiver, a veteran wide receiver that's really thriving off of the injuries that the Eagles have right now. Elijah Moore has gotten a lot of reps, which has made him a lot better, and on top of everything else, he's a nice special teams pedigree as well, so I'm wondering if he's going to be a kick returner or a punt returner at some point, because he does carry that in his career. Elijah Moore is definitely making this roster. I think is a nice insurance policy to where, God forbid, you have injuries or something like that, or you have another receiver right now that could be ready, but Makai Lemon isn't back, or he gets another hamstring injury, knock on wood, or if anything else happens, you always have another guy in the building that's very capable, and that's what I would probably say about Elijah Moore, that he's a very capable receiver if you really need him, but, is making plays at camp nonstop. Now, I'm kind of leaving this for last for the injury report on day 11, where Danny Gray was still out with a concussion. James Newby still out with the ankle. Jonathan Jones with the shoulder. Fangio did say he's going to miss a little bit of time, so we'll be ready for him when he comes back. Makai Lemon still out with the hamstring. Damian Pierce, hamstring. Devontae Smith, hamstring. Johnny Wilson, second day out with that knee injury. And Cole Wisniewski has pretty much missed the entire camp with his hamstring injury as well. Limited Chance Campbell with a groin, Britton Covey with a hamstring, so at least those two are coming back very slowly.
Wazinski gonna get cut. Our safeties are really thin on the back end, like with the back end of the roster. It's thin, period. It ain't even like our person that's like, there's no great starter. Like Epps got experience. Makuba, I'm not really sold on, but he's getting better, and that's good. That's a good thing to hear. Michael Carter-Williams, we'll see what happens. I wasn't too thoroughly impressed with him last year, but, you know, when you're brand new to the system, you come in mid to late season, you're not going to get your foot into the ground, but he got a whole training camp ahead of him. So we'll see how Michael Carter plays. So I don't know.
As for the second offensive line, okay, you know we've been talking about Willie Lampkin, how good of a camp he's having.
But the fact is not one single safety that's dominating concerns me. It just do.
I mean, Byron Young said some good things about him. Like, once he gets under your pads, I mean, he's a magnet. I mean, you can't escape him once he gets under your pads, and that was a really good thing. And I think we've seen some of that from his Senior Bowl stuff when we first signed him last offseason, which was awesome. So at left tackle, you do have Markel Bell. He was playing right tackle for a while when Lane Johnson was out. Markel Bell is having a fantastic camp, by the way, and I can't wait to see more from him. Willie Lampkin at the guard spot, Drew Kendall at center, Jake Majors at right guard. Funny because Jake Majors is actually getting more reps than Micah Morris that just came back from injury, which is interesting. Fred Johnson is a swing tackle on either side, regardless. I guess they want to put him more on the right side. Now, it's the second day that Lampkin is getting left guard reps, but they have put him at center as well. Kendall has been a center and guard in this camp. Lampkin, center and guard. Jake Majors, center and guard. So they're cross-training at least 3 guys right now. Thank God, and they're healthy, and hopefully they get better. And, you know, Saturday we'll probably see some more from all 3 of those guys, so it's going to be really interesting there. But other than that, guys, that's the 11th day of Eagles training camp. We'll find out.
All right, so you're probably going to end off of, let's see something real quick. I really don't want to watch this dude because he says some shit that's just like, didn't make a whole lot of sense. Let's just see, bro. Kids of all ages. Kid Jeans versus all age jail sports trivia. I might look at that, just peek at it. If it's do like Howie Rosen, bro. The dude that's on the Title I Michael Jordan fan. So I guess Ray Daniels.
Fans from ages 0 to 100 to see who knows them.
Ray Daniels reacted to some shit that I'm kind of interested. So let me go to Chick Smooth real quick just to see. I'm gonna peek at it a little bit, but we might end the stream because it's nothing. It's kind of dead. And then yeah, it's kind of dead.
YouTube, Chicks.
You know what? I like Chick Smooth. Chick Smooth is somebody I really enjoy listening to on YouTube because Chick just got an intellectual curiosity about things.
Hey man, sometimes you just gotta learn how to take your L gracefully. If you're caught saying something outlandish, people call you out for it, and you can't prove it, yo, it's really okay to go online and fess up and say, yo, my bad, I apologize.
Okay, so to give context, I'm just like showing this random ass video to you. So I think Ray Daniels said something about Jay-Z coming out with an album, and then Rock Nation put out a statement saying that they didn't. I'm not on either side because I'm like loosely informed on it. But basically they say Ray Daniels, what he's saying was not true. And Ray Daniels going back, I think Charlamagne put him as donkey today. Ray Daniels got pissed off about it. So I'm just watching to get some court content. I'm not really in tune. Like I obviously being an artist, I know because rap is my genre. But in general, it's like this particular segment, I'm not like really tuned in like that.
As you guys, I gave the wrong information. Now, if you got proof, that's a whole different situation. You can easily get on your platform, show the proof, and dispute any claims that say otherwise. Now, I gotta let you guys know that this Ray Daniels, Jay-Z, Charlamagne thing has officially gone out of control. Ray Daniels confirmed that Jay-Z's album is done. He's waiting for a partner. If he doesn't get a partner, he's not going to drop the album.
By the way, tell you something that I heard about on the Jay-Z tip. Just a little quick update. His album is done.
Okay.
It's completely done. It's just we might get it
if somebody partners with him. If nobody partners with him, it's not coming.
Rock Nation put out a statement saying that is absolutely false. Charlemagne then goes on the Breakfast Club to
Jay-Z was looking at that motherfucker. He said, hold on. Who Ray? We ain't talk about Ray that at the piano, right? Oh, no, we not. Psych ass. Ain't no album coming out. The fuck you thought? Oh, shout out to Blue Ivy, Beyonce. Oh.
to give Ray Daniels Donkey of the Day, and Charlemagne also revealed that Ray Daniels is basically a clout chaser. According to Charlemagne, Ray is somebody that wants a job in the industry, so he's going to get on his platform and say whatever it takes to get a job.
Rock Nation, who I work for, allegedly, replied to that commentary by posting in their story.
That allegedly came late as fuck. Like, Rock Nation, who I work for. Allegedly. Like,
album done, in air quotes, fake news. Okay, there's a part of me that wishes Rock Nation didn't even do that, because in a lot of ways, things like that are validation for the Ray Daniels of the world, and that's really why I'm doing this donkey this morning. See, nobody cares about having a voice that has actual value. People only care about going viral by any means, okay? I know Ray is loving this attention, okay? This is what these guys do this for. They don't care about being right. They don't care about having credibility. They just care about attention. They just care about being acknowledged. But I'm here to tell you, that's not sustainable, okay? You know, Ray told me once.
Quick thing, it's kind of like dive between topics. The NFL top 100 list is fucking slow as hell. Like, the NFL, this shit should have already been done. I'm not gonna lie to you. Why the fuck am I looking at my notifications and it says Dak Prescott at 31, which I feel like, all bias aside, is actually a little bit too low. He had a really good year and his defense kind of let him down. Not kind of. They did let him down. Good for the fucking Eagles. I don't give a fuck. But I got to state facts as they are. The defense let him down. He had a very good year. He had a lot of good games. I feel like he was roughly a top 5-ish quarterback last year, despite the defense not playing like shit. Part of that's on the players not being good enough. The other part is maybe injuries. The other part is the zone scheme is just not for them. They need to be more physical. They need to be under a guy who values more man coverage. The way the defensive coordinators they're bringing in is bringing in a guy that's trying to make him play a lot more zone, and I don't think that's the Cowboys' MO.
Himself. I only met Ray once in my life. I think I talked to him twice. Once on the phone, and I met him because he was at the Black Effect Podcast Festival earlier this year in Atlanta. And he said to me that he only started podcasting. And
hey, fuck it. We go watch the whole thing. Why not? Why the hell not? You know what I mean?
He only says the things that he says because he wants.
Check this out. This is how I can.
Charlemagne. Before we get off this goddamn commercial, bro. Matter of fact, I'm
this
gonna let it
Jeep
rock.
Wrangler. I was paying $243
Let me mute this shit real quick.
for my brand new.
Charlemagne. A private conversation? Why would you reveal that? If a nigga told you in confidence, why the hell would you put that information? Like, Charlemagne, that's some snake ass. I'm not saying you're a snake, but that's some snake ass shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Job in the music industry.
Well, this morning, the gloves are officially
That's
off.
some snake
Ray
ass
Daniels
shit.
Responding back to Charlemagne, he said, bro, why are you always defending Jay-Z? And Ray also revealed a personal phone call he had with Charlemagne as well. Here's what he said.
Like I said, I've only talked to Charlemagne one time. He called me, and I'm like, so when people call me that I don't know, I'm always like, what the fuck did I say? Why Charlemagne called me? So he's like, yo, he's talking about the Jay-Z going viral and all this other stuff. Then he tells me, don't tell nobody I called you, whatever. That's why I'm saying that now, because it's like, nigga, like, you don't air me out like I'm not who I am, nigga.
Oh, he said, don't.
He called me, so Charlemagne called me to check me about Jay-Z. And was like, you shouldn't be talking negative. You don't know all the positive shit he's doing. I'm like, I see the positive shit he's doing, but that don't mean he's not like Trump. Right? He playing the game. He's like, yeah, but that's not cool, Ray. And I was like, you know, man, I appreciate you calling me, man. Like a black man picking up the phone for another black man, that was really noble to me. But let me tell you what y'all don't know. I'm one of God's favorites. And when you one of God's favorites, he's...
Ray, got a lot of respect for you, bro. You taking this too seriously. This ain't got nothing to do with God. This is a topic. God don't care about none of that. I'm being honest with you. You taking this, you acting like Charlemagne your out, bro. It's not that serious. I promise you it's not. You're like, yo, that's like me talking about Patrick Mahomes. Man, I die for that nigga. Straight up. Rayola ain't got shit on me. I die for that motherfucker. If if me dying is gonna result in Mahomes getting a fucking Super Bowl, then fuck it. And Kaylani, I die for her too. That's my sister from another mother. Play with her, I slap the shit out you. I will dedicate, nigga, I will quit all my jobs and be homeless. Go to all libraries and find out where your location is. I'll slap shit you play with Kaylani. Nobody to nothing bad about Kaylani. I will scour the internet all over these Twitter streets, nigga. Like, it's not that serious, bro. Like, God don't care nothing about that, man. Like, come on, let's stop playing. Come on now.
Charlamagne calls me, and then 3 or 4 days later, Wayno airs out that Charlamagne works for Rock Nation. Now, when he called me, though, boy, I asked him specifically. I'm like, yo, bro, this is really dope. Do you work with Jay, or are you calling because that's your man? He was like, I don't work with Jay. I ain't got no business with him. I just know it's the right thing to do. And then 3 days, And then 3 days later, it gets announced. So it's like God wanted me to hear that. God wanted me to ask you that, wanted me to see that. Because what you don't understand is that you the one that's wearing the jersey. Yep. And it ain't iHeart. And that's and by the way, I'm cool with that. Because listen, if I fuck with, like, somebody come up there and talk negative about Tehran, I'm going to war with him. But guess what? I bought my houses with Tehran. I think I owe that to him. I built my whole empire with this dude. But I'm not going to go hard and fight wars for somebody that never put money in my pocket. Well, if I'm being honest with you, I think I'm going to call this right now. I think the Jay-Z Charlamagne relationship is going to hurt him in the long run. And because he doesn't understand that you are playing with my bosses. You ever seen the movie Goodfellas? You be my partner. I don't know how to run a restaurant. What you gonna be a partner for? And what he said, they fuck you, pay me. You ain't got no more money, fuck you, pay me. And then when you ain't got no more money, they blow the joint. You in business with people that don't care about what you do. They care about what they're doing with you. And now, because of your loyalty to them, Charlamagne, I asked ChatGPT, I might be wrong. The last time he gave somebody Donkey of the Day for a rumor was 2016. For a rumor. He usually gives people Donkey of the Day for actions.
Yeah, something they did. Yeah.
Something that they actually did wrong to hurt people. You gave me Donkey because I announced that Jay-Z album was done. I didn't even say it was a release date. Yeah. All I said was, I heard it's done.
It may come or not.
It may come or not. And now I'm Donkey of the Day. You got your head too far off his ass to see what's reality. And I say that sincerely as a brother that loves you and is still a fan of
disrespecting somebody that calls somebody like, yo, I love you, but you a bitch ass nigga. I'm just letting you know that I love you, bro. If I see you, man, I hug and kiss you on your cheek. Pause. But I love you, nigga, but you a bitch ass nigga. And I would slap the shit out you, but you my homie, so I'm not. Like that, Ray, that's crazy, yo.
Yours. You are
disrespecting somebody that calls somebody your brother is fucking crazy.
Tripping. You are sticking up for somebody that didn't. Go look at that Jay-Z show, that interview with Jay-Z was talking to Charlamagne. He talked to Charlamagne like he was a kid. Like, I gotta answer your question, little nigga. And then he brought him into his business, and now you fucking fighting everybody in the schoolroom for him. You the Jay-Z police.
Hey, you know who you was, Ray?
Tell me.
Remember that time when it was Tyrese and who was it, Dr. Dre, and they was about to drop the headphones? Yes. That's who you was.
Guess what?
You gave away the $1 billion play.
Why would y'all give me the information? I thought they were telling me.
Hey, you said that shit. You should have just started crip walking right there.
But it's a tell us, Jay, I know your employees at the Rock Nation label better than you do.
Yeah.
You don't even know them. You don't know who these people are. And let's be clear. I worked at Rock Nation for 3 years. They don't pay that well. And I'm not dissing. I'm saying you taking a lower paycheck to work with Hov. And by the way, he is worth it. He is absolutely worth it. And another thing, my checks didn't come from Rock Nation. They came from Live Nation. Every time I check, it's like, so I'm putting two and two together like a student would, though, boy. Like, why is Live Nation? I wouldn't want no employees of mine to get paid from my parent company unless that's the business. So you start figuring out, like, oh, this is really Live Nation Rock. And by the way, I'm cool with everybody. I just didn't know. But you ain't gonna give me no motherfucking donkey because your head up his ass. I'm clear about what this is. Like, this is business. If I can help. By the way,
they be like motherfucking Tupac talking to Biggie. And it's all respect to, I like both Tupac and Biggie. This is all jokes. Be like, yeah, that's why I fucked your bitch. But I love you, my nigga. I love you. I fuck fake it, but I fuck fake it, but I love you. I love you, bro. I love you, man. You my guy. You know what I'm saying? I remember last time we was at, I don't know if Five Guys existed back then. Let me stop. I remember your whole order, nigga. Double Whopper with cheese. That's Burger King, but whatever. You get the fucking point.
By the way, let me tell you another thing.
Okay. Hold on, let me do this shit real quick.
I feel. This is the last thing I'm gonna say. I hate when niggas turn sucker when they boss around. You know what made me start talking the way I did? It made me, because I said, if Jay-Z dapped me and said he loved me, everybody around him would do the same thing. Yep. Even if they don't. Because they follow him. I don't follow nobody. I don't have to speak. By the way, and while you was learning from Wendy Williams, I was learning from L.A. Reid. The same teacher that taught Jay-Z, taught Future, taught all of us. I was learning from him how to win. So let's not compare, because I just didn't pop up on the internet, Charlamagne. I sold 200 million records with my opinion.
So hold on, you said he had like some personal attacks towards you. Because I'm analyzing this. Y'all seem like y'all really beefing.
No, I love him. I got no problem with him. But when I'm talking but like I said, when I said Jay-Z name and it went viral, I said to myself, Charlamagne gonna call me. No, he not. Because he called me once and he know he can't do that again. So I said, somebody else gonna call me. Or they're gonna do something about it. And I wake up to Dunk here today. If you want to, you're proving the point. I have no problem with nobody, but I am an industry insider, and you can't take that from me. Charlamagne, I know the music industry more than you. You ask niggas questions. I give niggas advice. Do I not, dope boy?
No, facts.
Nigga, you the curious nigga. I'm just asking questions. I was telling niggas what to do and making niggas rich. That's why I talk the way I do. And guess how I learned it? Watching Hov and Dame. That's why I love them so much. That's why I would never shit on them. I love what y'all doing. But y'all niggas can't act like everybody. Y'all the only can play the game.
What would you say to the people that say on the internet, Ray only takes these stances because he's cool with Dame and shit like that? How they try to discredit you in that way?
Man, every time I'm with Dame, I argue with Dame about how he need to stop with Jay. Go look at the interview I did with Dame. I'm the only, by the way, I've had people right-hand mans to Jay pull me to the side like, yo, bro, thanks for how you handle that.
Now, Ray, don't go backpedaling, brother. Yesterday, it was a confirmation from you that Jay-Z's album was done. And now today, you're trying to spin it.
All right, that's it. And no disrespect to Chick Smooth. I like him as a content creator, but I just wanted to just hear what happened. I don't have no fucking opinion. I don't want to get no opinion on it. I genuinely, with respect to all parties involved, I genuinely don't give a fuck about this topic enough to really give my opinion on this shit. It's not because, you scared? I know I'm a real nigga. I say what the fuck I want to say. But bottom line is, I genuinely don't give a fuck. Like, there's so much shit going on in the world. Like, motherfucker, there's laws being used to displace homeless people. All this shit going on. You know what I'm saying? You think I'm going to sit up there and get, it's just, I was curious just to know what the fuck was going on, and that's it. I'm not giving my opinion, but yeah. How fucking dare Ray Daniels motherfucking announce Jay-Z's album? Let Jay-Z himself, man, fuck that. If it ain't Beyonce or it's Blue Ivy, you shut the fuck up. You don't say shit. Who the hell you think you is to speak on his behalf? Did you cut that nigga dreads off and gave the nigga back the Caesar cut, huh? Did you do that? So he can look like your ass, huh? Did you do that shit? You think I give a fuck like that? I don't. I really don't care. It's not that serious to me. Maybe there's other people. To me, it ain't that serious. All right, I'll see y'all tomorrow 100% because I'm about to go do some shit, some business. Too late to apologize. It's too late. But nah, it's too late for that. I will see y'all tomorrow. We back to piano. And then whatever the fuck. Preseason games. Got to react to that. And then we'll just move forward what we move forward with, okay? Bye-bye. God. Get a fucking life. Fuck you watching me for it, nosy motherfuckers. I'm joking. I ain't joking that. Ha ha ha.